the strength of the grassroots. Its ability to talk, its ability to deliver a message, its ability to stick and keep a message at the forefront of public opinion. And that in itself is certainly a problem for them. So I think they have a problem on their hand. I don't know who they're going to call on to try to solve it, but I could tell them.
Gonna call it Ghostbusters.
Yeah. And they old now, man.
Oh, they can't help them.
They can't help it. Exactly. So that must be that must be said, and we know that the political vote coupers is highly disturbed, and their method is okay. We know election has to do with what? Dealing with people, people who's vocal, people who's visible, people who's known, and guess what? They want to have the cake and eat it. I want to, be able to speak to the grassroots, but I don't want the world to know that I have any type of relationship with the grassroots. And we see that we don't see those little games.
Yeah, some of them like that.
Yes, and some of them, well, carry more who just tell they say, bye, run from there. And others will just play like you don't exist. And in reality, the most visible and the most real organization on this island is the grassroots. So I don't know how they hope and wish that we disappear. I don't know. They would have to tell us that.
But they gonna one day come to reality, come to realize the realization that they cannot run from the grassroots and the message, because it's gonna be hurting themselves if they don't line up themselves, and also it's gonna be hurting their family. Because imagine the most of them right now, who is the politician, of course, counting votes. And who they're afraid to lose vote from? Even from some Martin people, they're afraid to lose vote from foreigners. So, now suppose they keep on pushing this envelope until they realize that foreigners is taking over the political arena now. Whereas even their children wouldn't have a chance to get back inside it, to get back and run the country of their country, because they have ruined it, they have messed it up, and they leave everybody come in and take over, which eventually can happen if they don't wake up and smell a bush tea and a coffee. It eventually gonna happen because the European massive is there, cooping and planning and organizing themselves so that they will take over. And St. Martin people, God bless the grassroots here. God bless, you got a Swaliga grassroots movement who is brave enough and who have the vision to foresee what's gonna happen to this country. Them politicians, the so-called leaders that we got here, have no idea what gonna hit them between this election and the next one. This one, 2017, probably the last chance for the St. Martin people to be still in control, or still have the opportunity to control, because right now they're there, but they ain't control nothing. It's still the European who's controlling. They're just there for the decoration. But it's the European who deciding everything. And I don't know why they're ashamed to tell people so. God has nothing to be ashamed of. Just come out and tell the people, listen, we ain't gonna control nothing for you. They got us, they're looking like we control, but we ain't control nothing. So that the people can stand up and defend you. But they're going every day about the business as if they run things, and they run nothing. It is France and the crew that is running everything, not the St. Martin people are there. Sad.
Yes, I think it is necessary for me to say that those who have already given up, those who have already carried down their hands, wants to also push the others to do the same like them. And no to that. We must be able to resist temptation It's not because you see the fella next door give up and he don't believe no more and he can't fight no more. You have to give up too. Or sometimes they pushes you to also do as them. And I think that is something that you need to stand up to. You need to fight it. You need to resist this. I said earlier that this island is very disorganized, dysfunctional. What that means? It means like they bring in people, they bring in forces, they bring in people on this island, and they line them up at the same level, at the same stage as St. Martin's. You know, like on a track road, on a track field, track and field. You put a St. Martin's on a track and field. You bring in the others from the different places. You put them also on the track and field. And at the end of the track and field, there is a bucket, a goodies, or the meat. And you tell them, run for it, like a rat race. Run, fight, beat up by yourself. The first one who get it, win the game. You know, this is what St. Martin has become. Dysfunctional, disorganized. They put all of us on the same pedestal, the same level. No, we should have home court advantage. You know what I mean? We have to put our own into positions to create the environment, make sure there's a separation. You know, we have to have a home court advantage. You know, our values, our customs must be brought forward. Recently, I was listening to a program on the ear, and I heard a person mention that they were in confrontation with an outsider because he's saying that St. Martin doesn't have any particular culture. Man, the fella, the St. Martin, just ram him up against the wall, put him in a place, you know, bring him to his senses, you know. And I think this is certain realities that we need to keep in our minds, because if this island is taken from us, we're gonna be mocked. We're gonna be denigrated. We're gonna be they're gonna just come out and just slap us in the face with it, shame us in our own place, in our own land. And before that happens, this is why we are fighting here tonight. This is why we are fighting every week. Make sure that this doesn't happen, because you must be a visionary if you're a militant. You must have some sense of vision. You must foresee. You must be able to see it before it happens. You see it you see it before it happens, and you must make sure that these things must not take place here. You know?
I hear, and I don't know if I didn't get it study yet, an article in Today, was it Today newspaper? Yeah, Today newspaper of Friday, April the 15th. It's an opinion. It's an opinion section, and the famous word here is "born to be here." So I guess finally we beginning to get certain type of blimps on the radar where somebody maybe is trying to redefine who the St. Martin is. So we probably finally may see some faces. And I cannot, I'm trying to run through the article, however briefly, but note you well, it is authored by Dr. Francisco Guadalupe, President of the University of St. Martin, Lorraine Talmy, President of SHTA. Yep, the aliens look like they're putting up a fight.
Yeah.
Karen Monglani, that sounds like an Indian, President of the University of St. Martin Student Government Association. And then now we got some co-signatories. Tamara Leonard, MP, a member of parliament. Leona Marlon Romeo, member of parliament. Dr. Cornelius De Weaver, member of parliament. Maurice Lake, member of parliament. Begin to be very interesting. And then we got Minister of Sylveria Jacobs, Minister of Education, Culture, Youth and Sport Affairs, Aldine Bryson Pantoflet, Chairwoman of the Social Economic Council, Mercedes Wyatt, Wycliffe Smith, Jordi Hallman, researcher at the University of Amsterdam, Michael Benjamin, Integrated Health Rehab. This is an interesting article. I mean, this is something that we have to pay some more attention to. I run through it briefly, but I'm not equipped to comment heavily. But it is not any more than to say it's right up our alley. This trying to define who this born to be here type of story. And half of them is not from here.
We should try engage into a debate with these people.
Well, interestingly, the end of the article was saying something like this: "Join us." I'm quoting now. "Join us and let us converse truthfully with each other while we plant the seeds of our past in the making. A public meeting and press conference will be organized after Carnival period to further concretize this collective effort with you." So this is something we pay a lot of attention to. Most likely on Monday, I would try to study this article a little more closely so that we can
Dig out the kid and
take out the key and mount a response to it. At this point in time, I must admit we would immediately have a problem with it. I think if you if you have adopted a country, there's a certain amount of respect and humbleness that one's supposed to have. And when you tell me you're born to be here, it shows a certain amount of boldness, a certain amount of audacity, and most importantly, a certain amount of disrespect for the people.
yeah, but not cutting you. I want to cut you, but can't wait to get in.
Go ahead, man.
If these MPs sign, which mean they agree with that person,
Yeah.
and this is why these people are so bold to do these things, because they know we have these type of so-called leaders. No, if they adopt this, born to be here, which means people who born today in a part of the world can come here 5-10 years after and say they were born to be here again.
Yeah.
So this trend will never stay. Everybody born to be in St. Martin once they reach here.
But this is
No, at St. Martin, no. I get tired of St. Martin. Where you gonna be born to go?
And nobody gonna remind me that I'm from here.
I'm from there.
Yeah, but so think about St. Martin gone to I don't know which
To
country.
the U.S.
Yeah, and opening his mouth and saying, "Look, I born to be here."
I born to be here.
And they remind you as an alien, know your place, get your
Yes, sir.
document, behave yourself, and if you're gonna discrepancy, if you commit a crime, I kick you out of the country.
Yeah.
And we got now those very people trying to impose themselves on us by telling us they're born to be here. Hence, these are our equals.
They born to be here.
Yes. So maybe this is the counterattack we expecting that is beginning to rear its head.
That is the reason why when I mentioned that the justice system is the government. When the justice system see that they are in the presence of a weak government, then they just dominate, they take over, they seize his power. When the aliens see that they have a government that is for them, then they're gonna feel themselves forceful. They're gonna have a say because the local government is for them. You know, they could come out and tell the population, they could tell St. Martiners what they want, they could insult them, they could disrespect them because they have the backing of the local government.
Exactly.
You see,
Okay.
if the local government put fear in the hearts of the aliens, they will know their place.
Exactly.
It's as simple as that.
Yep.
You see?
Well, for the same reason of why, because of the other way we do situation, right? Some people in Carnival Village want to sell a wavy juice. But then there's a rule going on there right now that if a certain drink, even down to water, is not sold by a particular, and I don't want to call no name from the company because I'm not sure of the name. I should have write down the name to tell me the name, but I don't want to call the wrong name and get the wrong blame. But apparently the Carnival Committee and this company have made an agreement that the boot holders should not sell no alcohol beverages, no drinks, no water, no juice, no beer, if it's not coming from this particular one or two. Lose money, eh? They lose money that night. Or they want a beer that is not sold from that company. I don't want no other beer but this beer. This is beer that I like. But that company don't sell that beer. That boot holder can't go buy that beer, buy any other store and bring it in.
Gotta pass through the main.
Gotta pass through the main.
Source, yeah.
Yes.
Those who have the monopoly.
So which means the boot holders pay the fee, gone in to make money and still losing money.
Yeah.
That don't make no sense. Because you gonna force me to drink a beer that I don't like and I'm paying for it.
But you know what's interesting in all of this, and what you see happen there is a micro image of the macro problem
In the society.
In the society.
Yes.
It's a particular example that could be explained across everything. You got boot holders, and I'm sure it's how much boot holders?
A lot over, I think over 100 boots. Eh?
Okay, that's a lot of boots.
That's a lot of boots.
And it simply means that when I
$800.
$800.
yeah, okay,
So around there.
all right,
That's a lot of
and
money.
and the thing is they admit, they agree, they permit, they submit to that type of conditions when in reality they didn't have to do it. And if they had stood up to it, it wouldn't have happened. The Carnival Committee would have nobody has no Carnival without boot holders,
Yeah.
and they would have been there and they are logically right.
Yeah.
And this is the problem that we have in this country. I'm sure if you get each and every one of those boot holders head to head or face to face, they immediately agree to, yeah, boy, die fair, die right, but that's it.
Yeah.
That's
I
it.
speak to a few of them, and none of them don't like it.
But they ain't
all
going
of
no
them
further.
accepting it.
Yes, me going
They all accept. They should reunite and fight it.
And fight
Okay.
against it.
Yes, that way should do like an association.
Yeah.
You get
They
together
can.
and you fight
They
it.
can.
They
And,
can.
that should have been
Sure.
done from the beginning. But
They can.
you know what is the underlying factor is when you water down a people.
Yeah.
And when you introduce characters that tell you they're born to be here, these guys are not going to put up no fight.
No.
Hmm? If you had a university president from St. Martin, he would have never write
Never.
about telling you that he is a born to be here.
No.
Because he's a St. Martin, so he can't use that that language.
No.
You could never get a Lorraine Talmy, president of the STH, if there was one of us, the need for a position to say, I was born, what kind of argument that be you were born to be here?
You're
Then
born
you
to
should have
be
born here.
Yeah.
You can't born to be here and didn't born here.
Well, what foolishness is
You
that?
know, and it is acceptable. And guess what? Nobody ain't gonna do nothing about it. But meet them one to one, and everyone will tell you, bye. Some of the other familiar names, some of them is still aliens too. But there's one or two St. Martin names in there that they went to, and just to be interesting, they went along. Yeah, put on my name, man. Coupon votes.
Coupon vote.
Okay.
Plain
And
name.
mostly, observe, well, me and the parliamentarian, they got in there.
Yeah.
They take up the issue of who's the St. Martin and define who the St. Martin
No, sir.
is. But they gone at the issue of bond. They
Yes.
submitting
Wow.
to a networking process and say, put it down.
Yeah.
You know, and maybe, probably we onto something. I think probably, I don't know, we got so much a sticks in a fire, but probably we got to organize with whatever group to go in and see if we see all the parliamentarians, north and south, and see if they want to submit and put their name, just like how they did it for this one. We gonna call for who the definition of the St. Martin is,
Yes.
and put the article out there and go in and work hard.
That's the next
You
move.
know, Yes.
That's the next move. All of those names who signed there,
Yeah.
since you could sign to this,
Let me see you saying no.
sign to this now.
Sign to that now.
Yeah. Let me see
Let's
you
see what
saying
happens.
no.
Yes.
And then we're gonna begin to see.
And then refuse us. Refuse
Yeah, and then
signing
refuse.
this. And then we're gonna see what
Yeah,
what
we
happen.
take it from there.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
And this is what I mean. How could a St. Martin person, well, me a point no finger at nobody for now, tell me that you signed to that? You could wish not to hurt nobody feeling, but say, man, look, I am that now, man.
Yeah, we got one important thing right now.
Exactly. But you signed, and they was glad to come to the media with it.
Yeah.
And they right, yeah, we're going to do press conference, we're going to sit down and talk now, because these people, mainly the parliamentarians, give it a wink, give it a sign of approval, give it a wave, yes, a in on it.
Yeah.
So, and they're glad to tack their name on and run go get the parliamentarians or whatever. The only in St. Martin this would be. It would be treason in America, it would be treason in Anguilla, it would be treason in Haiti, it would be treason in Santo Domingo.
Of course.
To come up with a statement like, how dare you?
And you know what is so ridiculous about this, ladies and gentlemen? When we approach this kind of argument of the Swaliga grassroots movement of St. Martin, you know what I'm gonna tell you? St. Martin is not independent. So we cannot sign on something like that. How the hell you could sign to that now?
Yeah, born to be here.
Born to be here? Are we independent all of a sudden?